We are talking about not yucking your yum. So I had a conversation with a patient yesterday, and she asked if I would make a YouTube video because the way I explained things and hearing it in my voice again would be a good reminder for her when she is struggling with extending her yuck into her yum. So what am I talking about with yuck and yum? So yuck is when you're triggered. It's when you're angry, when you're grieving, when there's something upregulated in your nervous system, when your sympathetic nervous system has been triggered, has been dominant. And we can all imagine that feeling. That's your yuck. That's the intensity with which you're feeling it. Now, when your nervous system is upregulated, it's quite human of you to then look around for other signs that the world is dangerous, that you're guarded. And so your main yuck then extends looking for other things that you should be protecting against. It's human nature to want to keep yourself safe. When you've had an experience that has triggered anger, grief, intensity, hypervigilance, sympathetic dominance, it can be natural for your body to respond looking for other signs of danger. What I like to say about that is we still, even amidst that original yuck, we still have aspects of our life that are yummy, that you have yum in. And so examples of that would be still appreciating that there's beauty, there's natural rhythm in nature, imagining that or remembering, calling upon, resourcing past experiences where you felt connected, loved, grateful, held. So what I was talking about with this patient yesterday is that first and foremost, acknowledge your yuck. Don't fight it, don't suppress it, don't reject it. Acknowledge it for what it is. Validate your sense of anger, rejection, grief, fear, whatever it is. And with this particular patient, we were talking about anger, and I suggested tearing up pieces of paper or scribbling really hard or hollering into a pillow or moving it out in a body, either kicking a mattress or punching a mattress or something where you're moving through the intensity of that yuck. Then when you feel as though you've moved through it, trying to access the parasympathetic part, the part of your nervous system. We can access that safety part of our nervous system through a bunch of different ways. We can access that vagus nerve, the front branch, the ventral part of the vagus nerve, through cold compression to our cheeks, through gentle pressure on our sternum or our breastbone. We can do this with our hands. We can do it with a stuffed animal from our childhood, or go out and shop for your favorite stuffed animal that you feel snuggled by. This soothes your nervous system. Another key that can help you find your yum amidst your yuck is the idea of, I was taught this by a therapist, the idea of very slowly starting at one side of the room, keeping your eyes moving forward in alignment with your nose, and slowly moving your head, looking for signs of well-being. Now, this slow movement, you'll find often that your breath begins to slow down. And what I mean by signs of well-being are things that remind you of just that. A beautiful picture of a tree reminds you of nature and the power. A little ladybug on a leaf that's a photo on a canvas reminds us of the delicate intricacies of nature. The healthy plant that survives in this room without sunlight, thank you to the medical assistants who bring it to the window. The one office we have a window on the weekends, so it gets some sunlight on the weekends. Those are examples of well-being. When we can take that in, we can bathe in that yum, that helps us to offset the drive when we're in yuck to look for more yuck that we need to be defending against. We need to balance that sympathetic input, grief, anger, fear, defensiveness, with the parasympathetic safety of, nature has cycles. Anything that reminds you of love, nature, well-being, growth, thriving helps to secure your yum in the parasympathetic nervous system and offset the yuck from the sympathetic. Feel free to share anything that you would like in the comment section. And of course, subscribe so that you get notified when I post new videos. Here I am at Heart Spring Health. I love my new practice.